Motorcyclist dies from injuries sustained in a crash. Hundreds of families receive Thanksgiving meals. And your daily weather forecast coming up with highs, lows, and everything you need to know for the days ahead.
You're watching St. George News at 5, brought to you by our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law.
Good afternoon, I'm Monica McLaughlin. A motorcycle crash on Old Dixie Highway 91 Saturday afternoon resulted in the death of the rider. According to Washington County Sheriff's Sergeant Lucas Alfred, the motorcycle veered off the road near mile marker 13 around 3:30 p.m. The rider, who was wearing a helmet, was initially responsive when emergency crews arrived. However, despite life-saving efforts and the arrival of Intermountain Life Flight, the rider could not be stabilized, Alfred said. The cause of the crash is under investigation, and further details will be released as they become available. Several local organizations, including CC Bank and Security Home Mortgage, teamed up to provide over 300 free Thanksgiving meals to families in need in St. George on Friday, extending the giveaway to accommodate a growing crowd. Here's Nick Fiala for more on how this event brought the community together and the impact it hopes to have for the holidays.
Several organizations led by CC Bank and Security Home Mortgage partnered up to give away free Thanksgiving meals to families in need from downtown St. George on Friday. The giveaway was largely the idea of Security Home Mortgage loan specialist Mark Hodge.
Security Home Mortgage and CC Bank decided to give back, and that's what you're seeing here is we've decided to donate 300 turkeys plus the fixings for meals for people that just need it because it's been a hard year for a lot of people. We thought about different things and what would be the best thing to do or how we could give back. This is the first year we're doing it. We've already got corporate sponsors that want to help for next year. We want to increase the amount of turkeys and the other participants as well. So this is the first one of many.
Hodge has personally benefited from giveaways in the past, and he sought to return the favor this year.
Last thing people want to worry about is where they're getting their next meal, and unfortunately that's a big deal around here, throughout Utah as well. So with that, it's kind of difficult, but it's also fulfilling to give back because I have received from it.
CC Bank's branch manager, Kip Bowler, described how the giveaway came together.
He had done something similar in Arizona a few years back, and it was a great success, so we thought, well, let's try it here and see how it works. We just sat down and we started planning it. We started putting it together a couple months ago, and we started making some phone calls with people we knew who to partner with. So the Girls and Boys Club partnered with us as well as to give some of the meal packages away. We partnered with Cisco to provide all the turkeys because those aren't easy to come by this time of year. So we're giving a little over 300 away, 320 I think today. And we just started planning it and putting it together. To be part of giving back, we live in such a great place. We're blessed to have this area, to be part of the community, and we just want to give back a little bit, and it's been an awesome experience.
CC Bank Account Relationship Manager Leslie Bowler agreed that the giveaway was very successful.
I feel like we've had great support. At first when we started this morning, a lot of people were coming, and I feel like those people are now telling people, and yeah, hopefully we're going to get rid of 300 turkeys today.
It's fun to see people's smile on their face and the gratitude that people have, and that's what makes it worth it.
Thanks, Nick. Now we'll take a look at your daily weather forecast brought to you by Casablanca Resort and Casino. In St. George, it's currently 51 degrees with light rain. Tonight's low will be 48 degrees, and tomorrow expect a high of 58 and a low of 47, under considerable cloudiness. Over in Mesquite, it's cloudy and 58 degrees. The low tonight will be 54. Tuesday's forecast calls for a high of 65 and a low of 52 with cloudy skies. In Cedar City, light rain is falling with a current temperature of 40 degrees. Tomorrow's high will be 47 with a low of 31, accompanied by breezy conditions and a couple of showers. History was made in high school football as Crimson Cliffs staged the biggest comeback ever in a Utah State championship game. And in college action, the battle for the axe went down to the wire in a double overtime showdown. We'll go to Aaron Crane for your local sports update, brought to you by Stephen Wade Auto Center.
Thanks, Monica. This past week in sports, the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs made history in the 4A state championship, overcoming a record 21-point deficit to defeat Spanish Fork 57-55 in triple overtime. The 21-point deficit the Mustangs overcame against the Dons in the title game beat the previous record comeback of 20 points. The game also set a new state title record with 112 combined points. Senior quarterback Ryder Sherritt tied the championship record with 6 touchdown passes, while running back McCord Christiansen capped off the win with a decisive 2-point conversion. In just 6 years, Crimson Cliffs has now claimed back-to-back state titles, solidifying their legacy in Utah football history. Southern Utah claimed a thrilling 37-34 double overtime victory against Utah Tech in the annual Battle for the Axe, securing the rivalry trophy in Cedar City. The T-Birds, led by senior running back Targi Lamson's 164 yards and 2 touchdowns, finished their season at 7-5, while Utah Tech's season ended at 1-10. The game featured career-best performances from both sides, including SUU kicker Jaden Rogers' clutch game-winning field goal and Utah Tech's quarterback Reggie Graff's 386 passing yards. With the win, SUU improves to 5-1 in NCAA matchups against Utah Tech. Now back to you, Monica.
Thanks, Aaron. A routine Jeep ride led Hal and Susan Hilburn to uncover the unmarked grave of Francis L. Daggett, a prominent figure in Washington County's history, prompting a heartfelt effort to honor his legacy with a new headstone. For more on how the Hilburns turned their discovery into a tribute to a man who helped to shape St. George's history, here's Maury Kessler.
A chance Jeep ride in Washington County over a year ago led to the rediscovery and rededication of the grave of Francis L. Daggett, a man who served Washington County in various capacities between the 1880s and 1910, yet whose resting place remained unmarked for over a century. During his life, Daggett served in various county positions like the county clerk, attorney, and recorder, as well as a county commissioner. He was also the mayor of St. George for a term and also helped establish the Woodward School. Daggett is also attributed with preserving the county fair at a time when officials considered doing away with it. More recently, Hal and Susan Hilburn, members of the St. George Jeepers Club, began researching Daggett after traveling on the Daggett Flat Road, a backcountry road in the western part of the county. Their efforts soon uncovered Daggett's unmarked grave in the St. George City Cemetery.
It was very odd. We couldn't believe that a guy had done all these things that we were reading about, and he had no gravestone.
Remarkably, the Hilburns discovered that they were distant relatives of Daggett, making the tribute to the man even more meaningful for them. On October 17th, the grave was rededicated with the headstone engraved with Daggett's notable achievements and the words he once declared, "Let us have a fair."
Thanks, Maury. Forest bathing, a practice popularized in Japan where people may gain health benefits from spending time in nature, can be adapted for southern Utah's desert environment where some native plants release beneficial compounds. For more on how Utahns can connect with the desert landscape to improve their well-being, we'll go to Alicia Lundgren.
From foggy, high mountain forests to low valleys filled with hardy vegetation and red sand, southern Utah is known for its varied and beautiful landscapes. And research has shown that these environments likely have much more to offer than their looks. Studies have found that plants like creosote bush and conifers emit aerosols called terpenes that can benefit southern Utahns' health. Some terpenes may act as antioxidants, help fight cancer, or improve cardiovascular health, depending on the individual chemical emitted. Researchers say just a few hours outdoors can have a positive effect.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. To learn more about our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law, go to wewininjurylaw.com. I'm Monica McLaughlin with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5, brought to you by We Win Injury Law.